your fourth step is your plan is never done. A plan is a living document. It's not something that you're going to write down at the beginning and be like, all right, this is the perfect plan. We're never going to have to deviate from this plan. That's never going to happen, because no matter how good of a plan you write today, the situation a month from now is going to be very different than it was today when you're writing your plan. But that doesn't mean that you throw your original plan out and start from scratch. That's why you've got to have a good written document, so that you can go back and always be revising and making updates and corrections to that original document that you put together. It's really kind of your anchor. It's going to be the one thing that kind of holds you down and keeps you from drifting too far off of those original goals that you set out to do. Because again, campaigns are going to be crazy. All types of things are going to happen that you couldn't foresee or expect. But when you have that initial plan that's written down, that's got specific and measurable goals and benchmarks that you've worked backwards along a timeline to write out, and are always going back to and revising and making updates to and just working off of, then that's going to keep you grounded and keep you focused on those original goals that you set. So a plan is something that is always constantly being revised all the way up through election day, or all the way up through the day of the event that you're planning towards. Right? And then maybe even somewhat after that. Your plan helps keep you focused on what matters when there's all other types of things that are coming up. But that goes back to why it's important to have that document you can go back to and revise, so that you can still see, you still have the same ultimate destination. Right? We're still trying to achieve this ultimate goal of getting this many votes for our campaign. Now, there maybe in the meantime, our opponent has committed some significant gaffe, which makes it easier for us to raise money and recruit volunteers. All right, so now we're going to go back and adjust our plan. We're going to up our goals that we've set. We're going to say, all right, we're going to try to contact more voters and raise more money because of this new opportunity that's popped up. Or maybe we get a big endorsement that we didn't get. Or maybe some bad scandal happens to us and it comes out that we had some snafu on our taxes 2 years ago and it's a big thing in the paper, and that's going to affect our campaign. So there's always things like that that's going to happen, and it's going to affect the original plan that you've written. So you've got to always be willing to go back and revise and be flexible with it, but still realizing that just by the fact that you have that initial document and that initial plan, it's going to still keep that from taking over the campaign and just say, all right, that's going to change this, this, and this, but now we've got another plan that we're going to stick to.